up, guys? It is Friday, and I am with Brian, who's right in front of me, and we are en route to the Tail of the Dragon, which is probably one of the best driving roads in the country, located between the North Carolina and Tennessee border. So we got about 9 hours ahead of us to get there. We got pretty much the whole day to do so, and we have 3 full days lined up of just driving nirvana. So we're really looking forward to this trip. We started at the crack of dawn driving, so just waited, for some sunlight to come up before we started doing anything. We got a ton of camera equipment with me here in the back. We're gonna make this a bomb edit. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. We're gonna have a blast filming it. So come join us on this trip to the Dragon. We're gonna have a blast. Let's do it. Update. We are, 5:47, 5:45. We're in North Atlanta, so we're making horrible time. We've been in Atlanta for about 2 hours. Traffic is just horrific. So we're about to pick up, I think it's 575, and then we're gonna take that in. But my God, avoid Atlanta at all costs. This is terrible. I need a 6R80 after this. So if you've never driven through Atlanta before, on I-75, there's some pretty fun little tunnels that you can make some noise in and get away with it. So let's do it. Yep, I'm that guy. That's worth the wait in the traffic. We got about 100 miles to go. How you doing?
A little sore from 2 hours of Atlanta traffic.
Dude, Atlanta sucks.
10 miles an hour. My clutch hates me.
Yeah, right, mine does too. All right, guys, we are in the final leg of the trip up to Robbinsville. We just got gas. There's Brian. We're doing our last little pit stops and getting everything together before we kind of go into no man's land. Temperature dropped really fast. It's like in the 40s right now. So obviously gotta represent. That's decaf.
I'm assuming this is non-decaf.
You need the good stuff. You need the octane. Got about an hour and a half to go. The light's fading really, really fast. So we're probably not gonna get many good shots coming into Robbinsville. It's a really good drive.
Tomorrow we will.
Tomorrow's gonna be a great day. So stay tuned for that. We'll check in when we get in. See you in a sec. Alright guys, we're all checked in. We just drove up to the Killboy Lounge just to check out some stuff and take some photos. It's absolutely freezing. It's, I don't know, a few degrees outside. Locals just going through. We just went and did a short run up the road. So much fun. There's leaves everywhere, so it's kind of slippery. But yeah, the whole place is decorated up for Halloween. So we're gonna start on this in the morning, have a full day ahead of us. Stay tuned for that. See you tomorrow. Alright, it's the morning after. Here at the Dragon, Brian's packing up his car. About to go hit the car wash, go buy some walkie-talkies and get this thing on the road. So let's go do it. learned that Robbinsville is actually under a water restriction, so there's no working car washes right now. So we're gonna stay dirty for the day, and we're gonna instead go get some walkie-talkies and get a couple things together so that we can have a productive day. After this, it's Dragon City. Back here at Killboy, just getting some photos of the cars. We're gonna hit the Dragon now, so it's gonna be a great time. Let's do it. So we were about to hit the Dragon, and right before we were about to take the left hand to go up the road, a Saleen Club just appeared out of the woods out of nowhere. So there's maybe, I don't know, probably 30 Saleens here of just different years. And they're all down there just, you know, stocking up, getting food. So we're gonna go meet some of the people and see what their deal is. This is really cool to stumble upon this. We got lucky. We're here, we're taking a break. Everybody's chilling after our first run. We just did the Cherohala Skyway. It was great. I think it got down to what, like 39, 40 degrees, and now it's 70 down here at the base. Yeah, the Fox bodies are doing great. They're kicking ass. So many Saleens. Just gonna walk through all these cars right now and show you what's around. Check out this boss.
For you now, because you drove it through the rain, you'll be like, oh, I got it. You'll be clean it up, lift it all up, and like, so. Well, you think we go back to the Dragon, it'll still struggle to get some of those drops.
Alright guys, we're heading out of the gas station. We're going over to the Dragon.
Time to hit some turns.
Time to hit some turns. We got about, what, about 20 miles? That's about 20 miles.
About 20 miles?
Yeah.
Be a little ways. Takes
Yeah.
about an hour.
What's his face? And the S197's already up there. He
Yeah.
fucking flew out of here, so we gotta catch up. We'll go slow. Alright, let's do the Dragon.
Right?
Camera swap. I think that'll work. So here's our squad for the Dragon. We have this beautiful S197 Saleen. Just basic full bolt-on. Basically this full bolt-on S197 here on 4 stars. That is gorgeous. Another Saleen. And then the hot rod cam.
Alright, man, we're rolling.
3 valve.
Yo!
And of course, the Jeep. So we're about halfway to the Dragon from the Cherohala Skyway, and literally the most impressive car of the day have been these Fox bodies that have been leading the entire pack. They have just basic suspension mods. They're just on a sticky tire, and they're hauling ass. We'll see if we get some up-close footage of these cars later on in the day. But so far, it's been bliss. We took the back door in, essentially, but we're turning onto US 129 here, and we're about to do the Dragon from the north side south. We're about 2 miles away from the Dragon, and we just pulled off to talk to a couple motorcyclists. Apparently there's a lot of traffic there right now, so we're gonna wait a few minutes and see if it clears out before we decide to go down the Dragon. But I wanted to point out one thing to you right here really quick. I was here about 1.5 years ago, and this, you know, is usually a very picturesque and scenic road just north of the Dragon. One thing to note, all of this here, all this new tree growth is new. They're under a very hard water notice, and the water line used to be to the bottom of these trees, and it used to be all the way up. This used to be the shore right here. But the river's about half the size it used to be, and it's really, really worrying a lot of people who live around here. So just something to be mindful of. Nature's always evolving. We got a consensus and a game plan on what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out in pairs. So basically, with traffic being the way it is, we're able to kind of control it coming from our way since, you know, this is the road. And we're gonna go out in pairs. So Brian and me are gonna camera up and we're gonna dive into the Dragon. So probably 5 minutes or so and we'll be on it. It's a Mustang GT Saleen SC.
SC.
This is the first one built after the press car.
They built 28 SCs. They built them in 90, 91, and 93. They didn't make any in 92. And out of those 28 cars, they built 13 in 1990. This was the second one built, the first one sold to the public.
Jeez.
5 of them were white out of all of them. This is the only white one with leather, so it's a one-off car.
And you're out here flogging it.
That's
Love
what
it.
they were built for.
We got about a mile drive into the Dragon. We got Brian behind me. We got one camera facing rear, one front, as you can see. This is the sights and sounds of the Dragon. Here we go.
Decided.
back at Killboy. And what do you think of that first round?
It was awesome.
Got a little sideways in some places. That was fun. We're gonna go back and do it in a minute. So round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6. We're gonna lose count. So we're gonna hit Route 28 now. We just did the Dragon. Still a little congested. There's police now on it. Our buddy in a Focus just got pulled over, so it's not good. But Route 28 is a really cool road. It goes right along the river and the dam, and get some cool shots from that. So anyway, let's hop to it. Checking out the Fontana Dam, which basically is responsible for all these chain of lakes that are around this area. And this thing is enormous. All right, we're here on top of the Fontana Dam. Word has it that this is actually the largest dam east of the Hoover Dam out west. And there's something you guys gotta check out. Look at how crazy this drought is here. Say something.
Damn.
You know what we say to that? Damn. Oh, we're so easily entertained. We just stumbled upon this station that has some 93. So we're gonna top off the tanks and make sure we're good to go south for a good couple of hours before we go looking for some dinner. Here's an old school pump. So pump first, pay inside, thank you. With the old rotary dials. I like this place. They got us good. We're a captive audience. It's $3.22 a gallon out here in the mountains. Gotta feed the beast. So in order for this thing to pump, you have to pull this latch down, and then it'll start the pump that actually moves the gas. This is so old school, I love it. Take a moment just to explain what's about to happen here. This was an extremely close call. Whenever you're up in these mountain roads and there's fallen leaves, you have to pay particular attention to never hit the leaves. And this is a situation where I actually dropped my right rear tire and it put me into a fishtail spin right in the middle of the corner. So we had oncoming traffic and it was just a very close call. So we'll play it now and you will see the aftermath. I decided to put this clip in here just as a reminder to always stay vigilant if you're on these roads. It's extremely dangerous stuff when you're out here, no matter what you're doing or no matter what car you're in. So please, if you're ever out here on Route 28 or any of these roads, please take it seriously and drive with caution because you need to avoid situations like this. And if you ever find yourself in one, you need to be able to think fast and react faster. Hey guys, just finished dinner. Brian's here with me. We're just sitting outside the restaurant. We are gonna go do a night run of the Dragon. So we got just a couple cameras on the cars. We're gonna get some cool sights and sounds. Apparently if you do the speed limit, it feels like you're doing double at night. So let's get it done. Supposedly. That's the kicker. Let's go do it. So we're at the top of the Dragon. Brian is taking my car down the Dragon. I'm gonna stay here at the top to see how far I can hear it. We heard some cars that had basically stock exhaust systems and we could hear them for miles. So there's zero noise pollution, zero light pollution. This camera up. Oh my God, you stalled it. All right, have fun, baby. So loud. All right, guys, it is day 3. It is 8 in the morning. Everything is frosted over. It's like 30, 33 degrees. So we just got to the cars. We're gonna pack up.
Cars are de-thawing.
Yeah, the cars are actually de-thawing right now.
So icy.
Oh, Brian's got some ice.
That's got ice.
Oh, dude, you got some sick ice.
Hell yeah.
You know it's gonna slow you down on the Dragon.
I'll get it off before then.
For us Florida boys, this is crazy.
We just found a fellow black stang.
I've
Oh,
done that a few times.
this thing's so clean. Check this out.
It's a blast. Starting out, I was like, I'm gonna take it easy. It's dark out.
Premium, non-performance pack, 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so clean though.
Yeah, I was, after I bought.
We're getting ready to go. Cars are absolutely filthy, but we like them that way. So here's a quick little overview of what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be a high mileage day. We're going to pick up Route 28, which is right at the foot of the Dragon, and head south. And we're going to take that all the way through Franklin, North Carolina, and then also into a couple smaller towns. We're going to pick up the waterfall. It's right around, I think it's called Dry Falls or something like that. that you can actually drive a car under and take some cool photos. So we're gonna go there, get some cool drone footage, and then we're going to take Route 64 east and pick up NC 215, which is probably my favorite road around here. It's bliss. I think it's like a 6,000 foot climb in 10 miles. It's crazy. So we're gonna do that, and then we're going to head northwest, and maybe if we can get ahead of schedule, we'll grab lunch in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So that's gonna be on Route 441. So let's do it. Brian's setting up his camera right now, and we're gonna be ready to hit it. Alright guys, we made it to Seneca Falls. I believe this is called Seneca Falls. But anyway, it's a waterfall where you can actually drive under the water as it comes through. However, they have it blocked off today just because of falling rock. So we can't, go underneath the waterfall here. But it's kind of cool. No other place you can do this. Talk with some of these bikers. Really cool guys. Oh geez. That's aggressive. Oh dude, look at that flex. Chevy Colorado is beating the Jeeps. This waterfall's really cool though. Big fan. We're headed out of the falls. We're gonna go take Route 64 east, and we're gonna link up with my favorite road, which is NC 215. And we're gonna charge up the cameras for that. It's gonna be so much fun.
Got mine on.
Oh yeah. Check in a second, guys. We just got some pizza in Highlands, North Carolina. A lot of cars around here. Everyone's doing the same thing that we're doing. Lots of Porsches, a few residual Mustangs from yesterday.
Grand Sport.
There's a really rare C4 Grand Sport. That's pretty cool.
Probably about the only one of those here, so I'm back.
So now we're on our way to 215. Got about 40 minutes to get there. We're here at the base at 215, about to get it going. Brian's tendering, I think. We got about a 5 mile, maybe, we got about a 3 to 4 mile run up until the road really starts to get crazy. So we're gonna get situated up there. We're gonna go a couple miles in before we get all the cameras set up. And then we're gonna dive in. This is my favorite road ever, so far, that I've ever found. So I hope you enjoy seeing it.
Service.
What?
So we have service.
Oh yeah, we got service now. We just got a few miles in and we're just setting up shop. Some things about NC 215. It is a 5,000 foot elevation climb, and the majority of that happens really over the course of like 10 miles. So it's a really big rush, especially if you're pushing pretty hard. We're gonna set up the cameras here, one follow, one chase, kind of like what we did on the Dragon. And we're gonna get after it. It's about 5 o'clock, and the road, according to a couple motorcyclists that we just talked to, is pretty empty. So that's ideal. It's late Sunday, all the locals are going home. So we're gonna get on it. Well, let's do it. right, we're at the peak, and we got some really chill bikers that we met up with. So we're gonna get the drone up in the air, we're gonna film them, and then they're gonna do the same thing for us. Welcome to Waynesville, North Carolina.
We made it.
And we're gonna get some food. Like we always do. We always get food.
Sit back after a successful day
Yep, we're back.
of being blinded by Scott's light.
Yeah, you can barely see the gems, but we're just about packing up. Ready to hit the hay, drink some beer, eat some candy. All right, guys, good morning. It is Monday. It's day 4, 3. I'm losing track at this point. 4. We're gonna head out down to Florida. We're gonna hit the Dragon a couple times on the way out, and we're gonna make our way over to Asheville. Just make a couple pit stops on the way out and take 95 back. But yeah, the cars are cold. There's no ice on them today, thank God. We're gonna hit the Dragon. Let's go. This awesome GT500 showed up last night. I'll show it to you really quick. We couldn't meet the owner, we couldn't find him, but check this thing out, it's awesome. Love the stance of these wheels. I don't think he doesn't have a spacer on him, so that is standard stance. That's great. All right, we made it up. It is a foggy Monday morning here at the Dragon. Really cool diesel lowrider over here we're checking out and talking to. But we're just gonna get the camera situated. It's a ghost town up here. After the weekends, this place just clears out. Found some local love. To the folks over at Spinny Whoosh, here's a shout out for y'all. Cool little tradition they do here at the Killboy Lounge is you actually go and sign one of the walls or something here. So we got a Sharpie and we're gonna sign the building. Let's do it. We gotta leave our mark here. Probably the red one. It's marked. We were here. The tires are cold, but whatever. Just need a jacking rails. Scrape it everywhere. Guys, we are now on our way back to Florida. We have Brian here behind me, just following in tow, and we are wiped. It's already been a crazy day. It's noon, and we already did the Dragon a few times and burned through almost a half tank of gas doing so. So crazy stuff. All right, so an update on the car. So the car's doing really well. The brakes performed flawlessly. No complaints. Same thing with Brian's 550. They are just ace brakes. Since we started, the car has done 501 miles. It has averaged 12.4 miles per gallon. Ooh. It's been down to 11 at one point in time. This that 12.4 figure also includes a 70-mile interstate jaunt when we were way out east and coming back home. One of the best trips you guys could ever do. I highly recommend this thing. The Dragon's a beast. The roads around it are nuts. Yeah, so we'll check in a little bit. Check this out. It looks like they're having a controlled burn on the mountain. That is crazy. Somewhat driving through the smoke right now. Got the AC off. That's a big ass fire. Alright guys, we are wrapping up the trip. We're just getting into Florida, and obviously changed clothes, got super comfortable. It's been a long day. I'd just like to take a second to thank all you guys for watching this video, sticking through it. It's a long one, but I really hope you enjoyed seeing the sights and sounds of the Dragon and the surrounding areas, and seeing what such a cool area it really is to go visit. If you haven't visited the Dragon, you really have to take the time to go do it. It's bucket list stuff, especially if you're a car guy or girl and you are just so into driving and want to experience some of the great roads that this country really has to offer. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe on this video. We love hearing your feedback and talking with you guys, replying to your comments, and just getting the idea of what you want to see next in our video. Once again, this video was an absolute blast to put together. Bucket list trip, as I've said before, and I'm just speechless through it all. It's been an absolute crazy 4 days, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. So thanks again, guys. We will catch up with you in the next video.